You guys, it is a wintry day here. It is a wintry day. Let me just give y'all a peek at what's happening in Greenville. And my chickens still need to eat. This is what happened in my neck of the woods. This is what it's looking like. Snow is everywhere. But one thing about this Philadelphian, this native Philadelphian, is I was born for it. And so I came out here the day after and baby paved every way because my chickens still need water and they still need food and I don't need to hurt myself. So I made a path to my girls so that they could get water because it's wild out here. Let me tell you, you see all this snow? When I tell you it dumped on us a foot of snow, look at that. I came out and tried to save everything, but I don't know how much I saved because the garden is looking real rough right now. And whew, all they want is some water and some food. They right here waiting. I'm coming. And I hope they don't jump me. Back up, girl. Back up. Back up. Back up. Let me get you some water. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we got a lot of snow. We did. But I was well prepared. I took care of my girls. I bedded them down. And I put plastic on their space so they could still be warm. Let me see if I got any eggs. Oh, somebody dropped. Oh, they dropping eggs everywhere. They making me look for the eggs. Look back there. They making me. They making me work for these eggs. I'm telling you. Today, I don't know why they doing that to me, but they go another one back here. But I'm going to get them. These eggs, they keep digging up the space. Yeah, we got dumped on down here, buddy. We sure did. Let me get this egg out of here. One of my girls dropped a little one right here. But that's okay. Because we get them. We got two today. They still producing. They all out of food too, man. They eat. They really eating. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, that's Boo Boo. Let me make sure ain't no more in there. They got food all down in there. I need to make sure they not hiding nothing because they've been hiding the eggs. They not going in the nesting box. For some reason, they like it down here better. I guess it's nice and warm down there. As long as they keep giving me eggs, I'm okay. All right, now we gotta get them some more food. Oh, they spilled the food. There's food all out here. I should make them work for it. They still got food. Look at it. It's my girls. They doing oh, they were so thirsty and their water freezes every day. It's so cold. It's like 19 degrees here. This is what the snow looking like outside. Whew. So I had to come in and get them some water. They wanted to come outside, but I think once they get out there, they won't want to come back. And so, anyway, that's what it looks like in there. come back and give them some food in a minute. I wanted to just show y'all, my group, my audience, what's happening out here, because it's serious. It's serious out here, y'all. But thank God I had everything I needed. I prepared everything so I could get through here. And I was able to walk through and make sure that all my pathways were clear. And back every time everything froze too. As soon as you start shoveling the snow, compacting it, of course it freezes. That's why it was important to create a path. So this is the path that I created to walk it. But I took the covers off. We got some nice warm heat in there. In the mobile garden, I tried to uncover, get the weight of the snow off of the garden so that they could keep growing. And it looked like they sweating pretty good. It looked like they'll be okay. But they wouldn't have if I hadn't done something. This one is completely under snow. And I was able to get that one undo. I uncovered it. But look at this, how deep this snow is. I fell down twice. And you know what was important to me, what I realized the most in doing this, getting out here and trying to recover from the snow, what I realized the most was how important it was to know the layout. Because I was in the garden, I had a perfect layout. I had wide beds. I had walking spaces. I knew where to walk. I knew where to walk so that I could do what I needed to do. And so that is so important to know the blueprint, because this is actually a path right here. I was able to walk down. All of my beds are wide, so I was able to get inside of these so I could get the snow off of these beds so they wouldn't be completely washed out, right? This is a snow after the snow. Look in there. I had to come out here and do some work. Yep, because everything was under siege. Everything. I had to come out here yesterday and uncover, and thank God I knew my walking paths. I knew my paths. I knew where to go. I knew where my wood was. So I was able to dig deep for the wood so I could uncover and get the snow off of them, because it was so heavy. All the plants. This is at least a foot of snow. Look at that. And believe it or not, people here don't own boots. So that's the wild part, because I'm from Philadelphia. I'm prepared. I know how to snow. I know how to shovel. I know how to do it all. But there's two beds that are still uncovered. And that's this one and this one here. And I was wore out. Oh, three actually. One right here, if you can see the indentation of it. But I don't know, maybe I'll get it today. But, so it's 1, 2, 3 that are still under. The others I don't really care much about, because I know what's there. The trees seem to be doing okay. You know, I planted so many trees and they seem to be doing all right. But yeah, it's wild out here. And I was able to walk these paths, like I said, and thank God I knew what's out here. And I'm walking on the asparagus bed. But this is another bed. This is the cabbage bed. I had to uncover it yesterday because it was smashed. It was completely smashed, but look at it. They starting to stand back up now because the snow was so heavy. Snow was so heavy. This is history right here. We've never gotten this kind of snow in Greenville since the early 1900s. But I'm from Philadelphia, so let's be reminded that I'm on game. I'm used to getting snow. I'm used to snow. I'm 63 now. It's been 36 years since I've seen a snow like this because back home it snows all the time. But this is wild. Y'all, this is really, really wild. So if you are planting, you got to plant with intention. You have to plant so you know your landscape, so you know why you have wide areas that you can walk through. You have to know and embed your stuff down so that you can pull the infrastructure when you need to. Because if you can't get to it and you just so happen to have a snowstorm like this, you're probably going to be knee deep in trouble. I got to go over here and check on this broccoli because I did uncover it, but I want to see how it's doing over there. So I'm going to walk through the snow. Hope I don't fall. I fell twice yesterday, but I am okay. I'm okay. I fell and I got back up. And the good thing is I know my pathways. I know that this is a walkway next to the deck. This is the deck. And that's a whole crop of plants right there. I needed to save my vegetables because there's a lot of collards out here, so I know they'll be okay. This is the fire pit. I know what that is. That's a bed. That's the entrance to the orchard. That's the orchard. And this, I'm going around the deck. And this is another pathway right here. Right here. This is why it's important to know the lay of the land. I'm going over here to see how these plants are doing. That's what I wanted to see. But that's a big pile right there. I'm not going through there. This is another walkway. This is an orange tree. I just want to peek in here and see how these plants are doing. Okay, broccoli. Okay, I see y'all. Still holding on. It's tucked away. I'm gonna leave it alone until the snow melt, because it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. Let me go through this walkway. This is another walkway right here. This is the grapevine. You can see all the grapes sticking up. So it's good to know the lay of the land. I'm telling you. Because if you don't know the lay of the land, you're in trouble. Alright, so I can go back up here. This is a flower. These are my grapevines I just put in place. I'm so grateful I was strategic. I was strategic about my garden. And they'll bounce back. I believe that everything in my garden will bounce back because they were green leafy vegetables. Let's see what's under here. Yep. They're gonna bounce back. I see them down there. When the heat hits, everything's gonna bounce right on back. because I chose to protect my plants. I wasn't going to let them die. But this snow, honey, it's no joke. And I was able to get all the snow from off of that. It was the first thing I did was get the snow off the greenhouse because um, I need to do some seeds. So I'm probably going to get in there sometime today because I know it's nice and warm in there. Let me see. I use a brush. I use this. See, I knew where my tools were. My tools were over there, so I knew where everything was. I strategically found everything. So I knew where my stuff was when it was time to work. When it was time to work. So this is the greenhouse. And this is on concrete, so it's a piece of wood down here. Right here. It's a piece of wood right here. So, I gotta watch it. Don't smash these eggs in my pocket. Oh my goodness. Trying to see if I can get in here. I'll have to pull that wood up, but my hand is cold right now. There it is. Let's see if we can get in here. I wasn't playing about this here food. And something I learned today is how important it is for us to start pulling back from the table, because being in lockdown for those many days, you know, we are still under ice in our city. And because we are still under ice in our city, let me see what's going on in here. Because we are under ice in this city, we no one can go out. So the streets are covered. The city is working hard, but things are still, oh yeah, nice and warm in here. Nice and warm. See, I strategically set this place up. So, and I got that ice off as quickly as I could because I knew that it would leak if I didn't. So it looks good in here. Oh, even the plants, cilantro, still looking good. More cilantro, some sage and different stuff is still looking good. And I set it up so I could be able to come in here and do my seeds. Because even though it's cold, it's warm in here. Very, very warm. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for strategy. Seeds are still drying out. Things are still good in here. Seeds are doing good. I'm going to do some seeds. I'm going to do some seeding today. Seed starting. But at any rate, just a note of advice when you are in this time that we're living in, it's so critical that we do everything. We have good strategy, good strategy. I knew that snow was coming, but I also knew, because God has always told me to be prepared for whatever's coming, right? Down to even if you're home right now and you have a family and you are having to make meals or everybody's wanting to eat, it's important that you prepare a meal that they will all eat, because if not, what happens is you go through food very, very quickly. And it's important that you even have strategy about your meals, right? And even have a conversation with your family about, hey, you know, this is what we're doing for lunch and this is what we're doing for dinner, because we can't just go through the food. And one of those things, reasons why that's important as well, is because I know so many people right now who are shut in and do not have food. Shut in and do not have food because they did not prepare, right? And so when we are telling you that you have to be prepared, it's you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for whatever, on those basic essentials so that your family can eat. You must also teach your family how to eat green things, even if you have to start growing in the house. We told y'all about growing in the house and how important that is. Even if you have salad, you have food. Even if you have beans, you have food. You have protein, right? Buy dry. Instead of buying milk that can go bad in the refrigerator, buy dry milk so you make the milk as you need it, right? There's so many things we've been sharing with you, but it is critical in this particular situation. Now we see, even here in the South, where we grow food, and people are growing food everywhere, but we grow food, temperatures don't usually get this 19, 13, 10 and below, where that don't happen, right? So it's really, really critical that we position ourselves to be safe. Can it still get to us even in our, yes, because we're now being threatened by the grid, because we just got a notice. We just received a notice saying that to be mindful of the use of utilities, because the grid is really having difficulty um, sending energy, because so many people are locked in their homes because of the snow. So with that said, a lot of utilities is running and running and grinding and grinding. And I don't even know, even in Africa, how they will shut your utilities down at a certain time of day, just so they can maintain energy during the times when it's needed, right? Even midday. I have friends who go into a complete grid shutdown in South Africa. Complete grid shutdown where they have to be in complete darkness. How many of us are ready for something like that, right? Where the energy sources are so overwhelmed that they have to shut it down so that they can have enough energy to run all the things they need to run, right? You have to have it. Absolutely, P-Tone, MJ. You have to have your non-perishable food in case things get crazy. And in this case, even though weather is perfect, in my opinion, because it's always sent by God, this is God's weather. Even in that, you still have to be ready, because this whole city is locked in. The whole city, 850,000. I think that's how many people our population here in Greenville. That's a lot for a small town. It's a small town, but 850,000 mouths that have to be fed. I think it's 850,000. I'm going to have to check that number just so I'm sure about what I'm saying here. But just so we're clear, you know, you guys, no one expected this snow here. No one. And y'all see what I see. I'm standing in my greenhouse. This is what y'all see. This is it. And I'm standing in the greenhouse. It's wild. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was prepared. I had I got I got stuff on deck. I've got my alternative sources. I have some backup propane. You gotta be ready. I see a couple eggs out here that cracked. They done froze. That I left out here by accident. But I'm so grateful to have chickens. I'm grateful to have chickens that give me eggs. This is what I got this morning. I'm not getting a lot, but two is good. Imagine that if you only had a piece of bread and you have an egg and you got a little stove that you can cook on, so you can at least have a little something warm in your belly. Imagine that, right? So I'm saying all that to say, you guys, whew, listen and take heed. Listen and take heed and let it all be a lesson. Let it be a lesson today on what you should do next. This is not a playing time. This is not a time for us to say, oh, we'll get it tomorrow. Because everybody who said we'll do it tomorrow or wasn't worried about a disaster or inconvenience, everybody who wasn't worried about, or those who simply could not afford it. There were many who just simply could not afford. But maybe it wasn't about affording now. Maybe it was about affording when you had it. You know, some of us just thought about it when we had it, right? Some of us just thought about it when we had it and decided we were going to prepare our families because darker days were coming, right? That's what I'm saying. I do, and let me show you something. I have a garden I can still go to because I have a kitchen garden. I have a kitchen garden up top on the top deck. I gotta be careful, y'all. I'm 63 out here walking in this snow, and look, it's nothing but ice. It's ice. It's ice down there. It's literally a sheet of ice. This is what it's like in my town, all on the streets, all on the cities, all along the city. But I carved out my pathway yesterday so that I could have a place to walk without falling, and cleaned up our area so we could walk around because it's bad out here. And I have it under the house, and so I was able to, we prepared. But a lot of people can't get out. They didn't do anything. This is nothing but a sheet of ice right here. So I went and I shoveled my way out of here so I could walk around. It's beautiful out today, even though it's cold. But I shoveled my way. 63, yes I am. Nope, 63 years old. And it's been a journey. And God has kept me. He really has. It's beautiful out here. Snowy everywhere. Every time you shop, buy an extra. That's right, extra bag of beans. When I go to the store, I go to the store looking for beans. I go to the store looking for beans. Oh yeah, it's cold, but it's a beautiful day out, even with all the snow. I got my daughter's car out. I dug her pathway, so I got her car, dug it out. But let me tell you something about a car. Here's the thing about the cars that people don't think about it. Think about. You know, you could cover your car with a piece of plastic. That's what I did to mine. This is my baby car. But I covered my car with a piece of plastic. Sure did. My daddy taught me well. I come from the big city. And where we put chains on our tires so that we could get around in the snow. But I put a piece of plastic on my car. So when I got ready, I came out here to start my car, which I need to do today because it's freezing temperatures. If you're not starting your cars, you need to come out and start your cars because it will, your battery will drain because of the cold weather. So I'm gonna go and get my keys and start my car. Yep. I gotta get my chicken some food, and you need to have generators. You need to have everything. You need to have a pantry. But up here, you know, the beautiful thing is I sit on the patio that I can go into. Kale, greens, lettuce. So I say all this to say that um, prepare yourselves. Okay? Okay, good people? Don't neglect preparing you and your family. Let this be the last time you get caught off guard. Okay? Prepare. No one's telling you to be afraid, but prepare. This is a this we never expected. In this zone, we absolutely did not expect it. So, anyway, I hope that my message helps you. There is ice everywhere, icicles everywhere. I'm watching them hanging off the chimneys. They're not hanging off the trees, but they hanging off of our roofs. Uh, mm, yeah. But y'all have a blessed day, okay? I just came to share what was happening here in my neck of the woods. Yep, my hair looked crazy today, but oh well. This is Dr. Eve, and here on my channel, we talk about all things living well is a lifestyle. This is not about something we do when we have to. What are the bare essentials we need in case things get crazy? I will do another live later on to tell you about what not just you need, but how you need to be preparing your mothers, your grandmothers, your granddads. I'm going to do another live later because I think, God laid that on my heart about how they need to be bunkered down in place. Like they don't need to have to look for things, right? And that was one of the things that helped me to get prepared is realizing that, okay, you're 63. If a tree were to fall, or if things were to get really bad, could you find everything that you needed? Could you access it? Do you know where things are? That was the one reason why I had such a strategy, because no, I don't need to be looking for things. I need to know where it is. I need to know my paths. I need to know how, if I can't get to the bathroom, say for example, your power went out. Can you get through your house blindly? Do you know where things are? Yes, things you could do for your absolutely necessary. So I have a basket that's by my bed. So I'm going to show y'all some of the things that I put in that basket so that if the lights were to go out, I know that I can go to my basket because my basket has some beneficial necessities, some essential items, candles, emergency oil, propane, a little stove, a tea kettle, a battery, all the things. And so I will come back a little later, maybe in about an hour and a half or two, and share that some basic essentials that you should have for elders. Okay? Thank you for joining me here on my channel. Again, I am Dr. Eve, and here on my channel, we talk about living well is a lifestyle. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye for now.